Hello. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you all about this Kickstarter that Casey Martinez is trying to get some support with. This is not a YouTube channel like mine, like hers. This is going to be something much bigger, like a real web channel, like a real channel, like she says in her videos, that you might find on a cable network, where there will be several different programs, several different hosts, several different helpful tools, I guess, with helpful information, useful information, things that you can use. Lots of cases being looked into, not just Stephen and Brendan's, because there's so many requests coming in to, hey, look into this, look into this. I mean, this is another case, similar, wrongful convictions, old ones, new ones, cold cases, present cases, lots of corruption going on. Same, it's like all in the Manitowoc area and all over the world. There's tons of cases that need attention, and this is something that she wants to get started because she was fortunate enough to have lots of attention on her YouTube channel, and something needed to be done to be able to look into these other cases that are being brought to all of us, that are vocal and wanting to look into things. And this happens to me too, and I am so deep into this case that I find it very hard to take my time away from this and look into something else as deeply, because I'm still very interested in this. And I think this is one of the things that's going to be really cool about this, where several different people can work on their own thing. This, for me, this would be my thing. I cannot stop doing this until there's justice for Stephen, Teresa, and Brendan. Until all the people involved in all of the corruption and misconduct are held accountable for their actions. When this is over, it's over. And there is definitely not a shortage of cases to look into. And this is something that we want to do. I will be part of that, and I'm very excited to be part of that because of my passion for wanting to get to the bottom of things. And just to have the ability to go on location, to have a real show instead of one sitting in a crappy little room like this, I mean, this is not professionally done, obviously. I've got a webcam here, and we're talking professional stuff like studio, real editing, real going into the courtrooms and watching trials. I keep trying to describe it as something like, think like Making a Murderer with someone like me or someone like Casey, for example, giving commentary and asking the hard questions, unlike the news reporters who are trying to get a story, asking the right fluffy little questions for someone like Kratz so he can give this information that they already are aware that he wants to share. I will be the asshole asking the questions that he doesn't want asked. I will be the asshole that will call him out on his bullshit. And I don't care, because people have a right to know all sides, not just his. And one of the things that offended me the most was that reporters, they're doing their job and they got to get that story. In the documentary, it just boiled my blood to see that one lady say, "Murder's hot," with this goofy smile on her face. "Murder's hot. We want to see, we want to get the story." And I'm like, Someone was killed. Other people are being accused and tried and going to prison for this. This is a story, all right, but not the kind that you are trying to present it as. This is something that needs to be looked into. This is not okay, and this is not like whatever's going to sell. Okay, this is, somebody needs to be there to tell the truth and not allow bullshit like Kratz's big production to be put on without questioning it, without challenging it. Back this shit up with some proof, okay? Teresa's brother talking about Brendan's confession. The one reporter who asked him, "Have you heard this confession?" And he says, "No, I have not." The look on her face, where she rolls her eyes and just kind of looks away like, okay, I've lost interest in whatever you've got to say now, because you're making this big claim that just play his confession and that'd be our case, when you haven't even watched it. So how do you know that? I want some proof. Play that tape. Play all of them. Not just the ones that you want to show. Play all of them. That's where the proof is. That's the sort of thing that this is going to be. Not fluffy little, going to ask you the right questions so we don't offend you, Mr. Kratz, because we're going to call bullshit where it needs to be called. Anyway, so Casey's got a new video that will explain this a little bit more in detail. Also a Q&A coming up this Friday. If anyone has any further questions, this is where you can get your questions answered. And that's awesome, because I know that there's so much confusion going on about what all this money is for. It's not to line her pockets so she can go to the store, okay? We're talking about buying equipment. We're talking about renting things. We're talking about hiring professionals, hiring experts, hiring people to do things, okay? Personally, I don't think it's nearly enough money because she's giving away so much merchandise with these donations that I don't see how it's going to be enough. But that is not my specialty, fortunately. I am not involved in that part of it. All I know is that this is going to be a really, really huge, really awesome thing, and I think that it's really needed. So, hell yeah. I want to support this, and I want to be part of it, and there's a lot of you out there that probably could also be part of this with your passion that you have. Come on. This is the sort of thing we need. We need people that want this, that care enough to do this, and let's do it. Let's make it happen. I don't care about money. I'm not trying to get rich, and I'm not trying to whatever. I just really have a passion for this, and I want to help. And that's my goal. So anyway, if you have questions, please go to the Q&A on Friday if you can. If not, I'm sure that either Casey or I could give you the information if you want to privately message on Facebook. That's fine too. So I'm going to put a link in the description below for Casey's video, where you'll be able to see that video with the information and about the day and time of the Q&A. So anyway, please come, please join that and get your questions answered. Thanks.